Hi everyone, it's Matt from Style Factory here, the go-to site for business app reviews. In this video, I'm looking at Weglot, one of the most popular website translation tools on the market. It promises to turn a single language site into a multilingual one in minutes. But how well does it actually work? And most importantly, is it the right solution for your site? Well, in this Weglot review, I'm going to spell out all its pros and cons and help you find out. I'll start with the advantages of using Weglot and then move on to its drawbacks. 1. It's extremely easy to set up. Weglot is one of the quickest and easiest tools I've used for creating multilingual versions of a site. In my tests, I went from installing the tool to having a working multilingual website in under a minute. There was no real learning curve to overcome. The interface is clutter-free, with key features obvious and translated content easy to find and edit. 2. It's great for international SEO. Weglot automates much of the technical SEO setup that multilingual site owners typically struggle with. It lets you create clean, language-specific URLs, and it also ensures that each translated page can be indexed properly by search engines. Significantly, it adds the correct hreflang tags to your content. These are HTML attributes that help Google understand which translated pages it should show to which visitors. The platform also translates key SEO elements automatically. These include page titles, meta descriptions, and image alt text. This means that your translated pages aren't let down by metadata left in the original language. 3. Its translations are high in quality. Weglot's automatic translations are very good, thanks to its use of well-known machine translation engines from DeepL, Google, and Microsoft. The company says that around 80% of its users publish their pages without making manual edits, and while you may still want to fine-tune certain phrases, the baseline quality of Weglot's translations is excellent. 4. It automatically translates all your website content. Some translation solutions ignore some of the less obvious text that your visitors see. For example, things like button text, pop-up content, forms, JavaScript-generated content, and third-party widgets. But one of Weglot's biggest strengths is how effectively it identifies and translates all types of content. All this results in a much more hands-off approach to website translation. Weglot lets you focus on improving your key pages and overall content strategy, rather than hunting down stray bits of text to manually translate. 5. It works with practically any website platform. Many translation tools only work with a single content management system, but Weglot is a platform-agnostic and highly flexible tool. It integrates with more than 40 website builders, including WordPress, Shopify, Webflow, Squarespace, and Wix, and you can use it on custom-built sites too by inserting a short code snippet on them. 6. It comes with a genuinely usable free plan. Weglot offers a free plan that lets you translate up to 2,000 words into one additional language, making it a viable, free translation solution for personal sites or small projects, and a good way to try its translation capabilities out. You'll find a link to this free plan in the video description. Okay, so those are the key advantages of using Weglot. Next up, its downsides. But just before that, I'd like to invite you to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe or follow wherever you're watching it. This helps us out and gives you easy access to all our web design resources. Okay, now let's look at the disadvantages of using Weglot. 1. Using it can be expensive. Weglot's pricing is based on how many words you translate and how many languages you present your content in, which means that costs can rise significantly and quickly for larger or content-heavy sites. As you can see from this screenshot of the pricing table, Weglot plans range from $170 a year on the starter tier to a whopping $7,690 per year or more for higher word allowances. If you run a site that makes use of lots of text and languages, Weglot can become one of your more significant running costs. You do, however, get the option to specify which pages you don't want the system to translate, and this can help control costs a bit. 2. You may still need to manually review translations. Technically speaking, Google's spam policies can frown upon the use of unreviewed, machine-generated content as a way to scale content production, and Weglot translations can, of course, be considered as precisely that. Now, to be fair to Weglot, its translation accuracy is high, so the risk here is relatively low. But there are occasionally times when it may not quite get everything right. So in an ideal world, it's best to manually review and edit the translations that Weglot produces to ensure that the output provided is 100% accurate, with all nuances catered for correctly. The problem here is that doing this takes away from the quick-to-deploy advantage that Weglot provides. To be fair to the platform, however, the need to manually review translated text will apply to any automated translation service. And a core aim of Weglot is to enable users to get high-quality results by making it easy to combine AI translations with human edits. 3. Translations are dependent on Weglot servers. Because Weglot is a fully hosted solution, all translation processing and storage takes place on Weglot servers rather than your own server. This approach is chiefly what makes the tool so easy to deploy. But it also means that if your Weglot plan expires, or if the platform experiences downtime, the translated versions of your pages won't appear. That said, Weglot does give you the option to download all your translated content before cancelling your account. 4. URL slugs aren't translated automatically. Weglot doesn't automatically translate URL slugs. If, for example, you want an About Us slug to become apropos for your French audience, you'll need to enter that translation manually in the Weglot dashboard. If you run a small site, you won't find this to be a major inconvenience. But if you're translating a large blog or e-commerce store with Weglot, this can quickly become annoying. 5. Customer support is a bit limited. Weglot's support team is generally responsive, but their agents can only offer help in English and French. For a company offering translation services, this is a bit ironic. There's also no phone support. All queries are handled via email or contact form. And although Weglot's Help Center and setup documentation are good, they are only available in 7 languages. Again, given the nature of Weglot's business, you'd think that these help materials would be available in considerably more languages. Okay, so those are the key pros and cons of Weglot to consider. If you'd like to try out the tool, remember that you'll find a link to its free version in the video description. Okay, so now it's verdict time. Weglot is one of the most user-friendly tools available for turning a single language website into a multilingual one. Its biggest strength lies in how quickly it can be set up. Within minutes of putting Weglot to work, you can have translated pages live and multilingual SEO sorted, and all your translations manageable via a clean, intuitive dashboard. The fact that it works with so many platforms is a bonus too. There are trade-offs to consider though. Weglot costs can rise significantly as your site grows, and Weglot's fully hosted approach means you don't get the same level of translation ownership as you do from competing products. Perhaps most significantly, to ensure maximum compliance with Google's guidelines on automated content production, you will still need to manually review any translations produced by the tool. But overall, for users who want a straightforward, quick, and reliable translation tool that works across a wide range of website builders, Weglot really delivers. If you'd like to try it out for yourself, you'll find a link to its free plan in the video description. I hope you found our Weglot review helpful, but there's lots more to learn about the platform. Just Google Style Factory Weglot Review to read our in-depth blog post about the solution. This highlights even more of its pros and cons. Before you go, we'd love you to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe or follow wherever you're watching it. And finally, if you have any questions at all about Weglot or website translation in general, do leave them in the comments. We read them all and will do our best to help.